Imagine having a pet elephant. It's a constant presence, eating up your resources, and you can't get rid of it. Now replace that elephant with student loan debt. Not so cute anymore, huh? The student loan situation in our nation is, quite frankly, a fiasco. Millions of borrowers are encumbered with a weighty average debt, a burden that's as hard to shake off as an elephant on a seesaw. And what's more alarming? The recent spike in bankruptcy filings directly linked to student loan debt. That's right, folks. More and more borrowers are finding themselves in dire straits, so much so that they're resorting to bankruptcy to escape the crushing weight of their loans. This isn't just about numbers and statistics. It's about real people, real lives being affected. It's about dreams deferred and futures cast in uncertainty. It's about the constant nagging worry that nibbles away at your peace of mind day in and day out. So the elephant in the room is, what's being done about this? Hold on to your seats, folks. It's about to get interesting. Ever heard of the saying, nothing in life is free? Well, it seems Uncle Sam didn't get the memo on that one. Now, let's delve into the curious case of student loan forgiveness. Imagine owing thousands of dollars in student loans and then, poof, it's all forgiven. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? Well, that's the idea behind the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness plan. The plan is pretty straightforward. Cancel up to $20,000 of student loan debt per qualifying borrower. Sounds great, doesn't it? But, like any good story, the plot thickens. The plan has faced legal challenges and is currently under review by the Supreme Court. It's like a suspense movie, and we're all waiting for the final scene. Does this mean the plan is flawed? Not necessarily. The intention is noble, to provide relief to millions of student loan borrowers. However, the execution so far has been, let's say, less than smooth. The rollout of the plan has caused confusion among borrowers who are already dealing with the stress of debt. It's like being promised a treasure chest, but the map keeps changing. Now let's look at the flip side. The pause on student loan payments, which is part of the plan, has cost the government $155 billion. That's billion with a B, folks. And with the payment pause extended 8 times since March 2020, it's like a never-ending game of musical chairs. But it's not all doom and gloom. Changes to the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program will allow for more flexibility and credit towards forgiveness. And a new income-driven repayment plan is in the works, which could reduce monthly payments and total loan amounts for borrowers. So there's a silver lining in there somewhere. So while the idea of free money sounds amazing, it seems we've hit a few stumbling blocks, but wait, there's more. Now, if you thought this was the end of the roller coaster ride, think again. The plot just thickens. After the Supreme Court struck down President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, borrowers were left in a state of uncertainty. But don't lose hope just yet. The Biden administration is making strides to reduce student loan debt in other ways. In fact, about 3.6 million borrowers have already had their debt erased, amounting to a whopping $127 billion. That's a lot of zeros, folks. And while the pause on federal student loan payments has been extended multiple times since March 2020, it has helped those affected by the pandemic breathe a sigh of relief. However, this pause and proposed debt cancellation plan are in the crosshairs of a lawsuit. The restart of federal student loan payments is tied to the litigation over the forgiveness program, which the Supreme Court is expected to rule on in late June or early July. Meanwhile, the average monthly student loan bill per person ranges from $200 to $299, with borrowers collectively expected to resume payments of about $10 billion a month. That's a significant chunk of change. But here's the silver lining. The Biden administration has introduced new guidelines to make it easier for borrowers to discharge federal student loan debt in bankruptcy. So, while it's not ideal, it does offer a potential strategy for some borrowers moving forward. Moreover, significant changes are on the horizon for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, and a new income-driven repayment plan is in the works. These changes will allow for more flexibility and credit towards forgiveness, meaning lower monthly payments and total loan amounts for borrowers. So, while our elephant might not have completely left the room, it seems there's some hope of shrinking it down to a more manageable size. Stay tuned, folks. This story is far from over.